How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here in our video. So, of course, another week of NFL football is upon us, which means it's now time for the NFL Week 9 picks. As this week will mark the halfway point of the season, because after this week, we will officially be halfway through the NFL season, as after this week, we'll have 9 weeks down and 9 more weeks left to go until the playoffs. So, yeah, we're already halfway through the NFL season. It's gone by that quickly, just like that. Goes by quickly. Like before you know it, we'll be right in the playoffs and in the thick of the things. But yeah, of course, we have 2 teams on the bye this week. Those 2 teams being the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. So after everybody played last week, we're now back to having teams on the bye. So, of course, last week I went 12-4 with my picks last week. So my record for this year goes to 80-43. So let's take a look at this week's game and see how everything slates out. Let's go. So, starting off, we have the Thursday night game. Houston Texans, New York Jets playing at MetLife. I have one question for this game. How in the fuck are the New York Jets 2.5-point favorites for this game? The Jets have been complete dog shit all year. Seriously, how the fuck are the Jets 2.5-point favorites for this game? Like, honestly, the Texans should be the fucking favorites coming in this game, not the Jets. So, I mean, in terms of this game, well, I'm going to go upset. I'm going to go with the upset here, which shouldn't be a fucking upset. But according to Vegas, it's going to be an upset. I'm taking the Texans on the road in this game. Give me Houston by 8. I know that Houston doesn't have Stephon Diggs for the rest of the year, but I think Houston gets this win and Houston gets momentum heading into the big Sunday night matchup against Detroit next week. So yeah, give me Houston by 8 on the road in this one. Now to the Sunday games. We have Dallas Cowboys, Atlanta Falcons playing in Atlanta. Yeah, I have the Falcons. The Cowboys are looking like a mediocre mess right now. I'm going to take Atlanta at home in this one. Give me the Falcons by 5 over the Cowboys in this one. Next game, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills playing in Buffalo. Of course, the last time these two teams met, this was how Tua Tagovailoa got his 4th concussion again. And raised the question about should Tua retire or keep playing. Well, Tua's now back in the fold. And honestly, the Dolphins have this season is just a lost cause for the Dolphins. Like, the Bills are running away with the AFC East. Like, honestly, honestly, the wild card's also slipping out for Miami as well. I'm going to take Buffalo at home in this one because Buffalo just continues to have Miami's number. And Josh Allen continues to own the fucking Bills. And the Dolphins, Josh Allen continues to bend the Dolphins over like a fucking Chinese hooker. So, give me the Bills in this one at home in this one. Give me Buffalo by 1 over the Dolphins. But I think Buffalo gets a season sweep on Miami. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders, Cincinnati Bengals playing in Cincinnati. Yeah, I got the Bengals at home in this one. Bengals need a win to keep their season back, get their things back on track after they got blown out last week by the Eagles. Give me Cincinnati by 2 over the Raiders in this one. Give me Cincy at home. Next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, Cleveland Browns playing in Cleveland. Well, Cleveland got a big upset win last week with Jameis Winston, as Jameis had a good game. And since we all know Jameis is inconsistent, since Jameis had a good game last week, this most likely means that Jameis will have a bad game this week and will have a bunch of turnovers. Because Jameis cannot go more than 2 games in a row playing good. You know, when he has one good game, he ends up having a bad game the very next. So, so with that said, I'm taking the Chargers on the road in this one. Give me the Chargers by 5 over Cleveland. And now, for our next game, it's time to prepare ourselves for another Tank Bowl. So this Tank Bowl matchup sees the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans playing in Tennessee. Of course, both teams are so lost right now. Mainly Tennessee has no quarterback. New England has hope with Drake May. But of course, you know, Drake, he's questionable for this game since he's under concussion protocol. So if he can't go, Jacoby Brissett will get the start. But I think Drake May is going to clear concussion protocol. I think he'll be ready to go for this game. So I think Drake May will be playing. And for this game, I know Tennessee's the favorite coming in somehow. Like, how the fuck is Tennessee the favorite after they got completely bitch-slapped by Detroit last week, 52-14? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Somehow Vegas thinks Tennessee's better than New England. But keep this in mind. What Vegas didn't count in this is that teams that play Detroit the following week end up losing. Like, teams that played Detroit have gone 0-5 the following week. So, based on the whole Lions hangover curse thing, the hangover curse means that New England is going to end up winning this game based on the trend. So, I guess by the trends there, I have New England winning on the road in this one. So, with that said, I'm taking New England on the road in my upset of the week. And I have New England winning this battle, but Tennessee will end up winning will end up leading the war in the Tank Bowl. But yeah, give me New England by 4 over Tennessee in this one. Next game, Denver Broncos, Baltimore Ravens playing in Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to bounce back after that shocking loss to the Browns last week. Yeah, all it took last week for the Browns to be lovable again was just to get rid of Deshaun Cosby and bring in famous Jameis Winston. As Jameis is not a famous piece of shit like Deshaun Cosby is. But yeah, but the Ravens, I think they bounced back after last week. I got Baltimore winning this one at home. Give me the Ravens by 3 in this one over Denver. Next game, Washington Commanders, New York Giants playing at MetLife. Yeah, I got the Commanders on the road in this one to sweep the season series. Just, the Giants have been a complete fucking mess. And Jaden Daniels is him. As he proved that against the Bears when he laid his big old dick on him with that fucking massive Hail Mary to end the game. You know, just a great fucking play. As a Detroit fan, I enjoyed watching it because I love seeing Chicago Bears fans suffer. And honestly, the Bears fans' sad, salty reactions to that Hail Mary, it's just music to my ears. And it just made that blowout win over Tennessee even better. Just, you know, it's music to my ears. It just brings my joyous little black heart with joy. Just fills it so much. So thank you, Washington, for that last week. I truly appreciate. You did a good thing for the NFC North. Plus, it's always funny to watch Bears fans lose their shit. So yeah, I'm gonna take Washington at home in this one. Give me Washington by 3 over the Commanders. So yeah, I mean over the Giants. Give me Washington in this one. And for our next game, it's time to go to the tank division of the NFC South for an NFC South Tank Bowl. So this Tank Bowl matchup sees the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers playing in Carolina. Of course, the Saints beat their living crap out of the Panthers in the earlier matchup earlier this season. And of course, I should have also mentioned that Andy Dalton is now out for the Panthers after Andy Dalton injured his hand in a car accident with his family. So prayers to Andy Dalton. Hope he gets better soon. Which means now Bryce Young is back in at QB. But with Bryce Young in, yeah, you're fucked. As the only hope Panthers had was with Andy Dalton, and that ended up in getting crashed out. So yeah, give me the Saints on the road in this one over Carolina in the Tank Bowl. Give me the Saints by 2 points over the Panthers in this game. Give me New Orleans in this one. Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars, Philadelphia Eagles playing in Philadelphia. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is going to be Doug Peterson's first game back in Philadelphia since he got fired by the Eagles 4 years ago. So it's going to be a pretty hostile environment. As, yeah, there's most likely Doug Peterson's he's definitely going to get fucking booed, that's for sure. And he'll probably get fucking batteries and shit thrown at him because, you know, it's Philadelphia fans. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty hostile environment for Jacksonville this coming in this Sunday. It's going to be a pretty hostile environment. I got Philadelphia winning this game at home. Just Jacksonville's been a mess this year. Give me the Eagles by 4 over the Jaguars in this one. Give me Philadelphia by 4 over Jacksonville. Next game, Chicago Bears, Arizona Cardinals playing in Arizona. Yeah, I got the Cardinals in this one. The Bears have, I think the Bears got broken last week with that Hail Mary loss to the Washington Commanders. Because it looked like Chicago had the game in the bag when they got the go-ahead touchdown with 25 seconds left. Only in the end to find out that 25 seconds was too much time for Jaden Daniels to get at least in Hail Mary range and then hit the perfect Hail Mary after Tyreek Stevenson decided to be a fucking idiot at the worst possible time and chirp the Washington fan base before the play was snapped and then having to run in the huddle. And then in perfect karma, that Hail Mary pass, it actually bounced off Tyreek Stevenson's hands right into Noah Brown's hands for that game-winning walk-off score for Washington. All I say to Washington is thank you for a great deed last week for the NFC North. Lions, Packers, and Viking fans are forever in your debt, Washington. Now, Arizona, please do the NFC North a solid as well and beat the fucking Bears as well and put the Bears back to 500. Relax, Bears. Being in the bottom of the NFC North, it's where you fucking belong. But yeah, give me Arizona by 6 at home over the Bears. Give me Arizona at home in this one. Next game, we have our game of the week. The top game of this week. One of the top rivalries in the NFC. Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers playing in Green Bay. First place in the NFC North on the line in this game. Yeah, I got Detroit on the road in this one. I think Detroit's going to go into Lambeau. I think Packer fans are easily underestimating the Lions this week. I got Detroit on the road in this one. Give me Detroit by 3 over Green Bay. And I think Detroit will still remain on top in the NFC North. And I think Detroit goes to 7-1 after this week. And remains one of the top teams in the league right now. Like, the only team that has a better record than Detroit right now is the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. That's literally it. Next game, we go to the NFC West. And before we continue on, I'm just going to make a quick announcement real quick. Because since every NFC West team is injured and battered to hell and back and being held by glue and duct tape with how many injuries they've all suffered, I decide that from here on out, every NFC West matchup is officially an automatic injury bowl. Because whoever wins the NFC West will win it by default since every team is currently being held together by glue and duct tape. Like, for fuck's sakes, the team leading the NFC West right now is the Arizona Cardinals. How did that end up happening? Well, that's what happens when everyone's banged up, I guess. So yeah, for this one, we have ourselves an injury bowl in the NFC West. And the NFC West will officially be known as the Injury Division. So in our first ever game in the Injury Division, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks doing battle in Seattle. Yeah, I got the Seahawks in this one. Both teams banged up a bit. I got the Seahawks at home in this one. Give me Seattle by 1 over the Rams in this one. Give me the Seahawks in this one. Next game, the Sunday night game. Indianapolis Colts, Minnesota Vikings playing in Minnesota. Why the fuck is this a Sunday night game? Honestly, they should have made Detroit Green Bay the Sunday night game. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Why the fuck would they flex this game to Sunday night? That's all. This was a horrible fucking choice. God damn, what an awful choice. But yeah, and also for Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson has been benched. Joe Flacco is now back in at QB. You know, it's tough to say. I want to go Colts in this game, but I already feel like Minnesota's going to win this damn thing. See, I want to go Colts, but I just can't go through with it. I was thinking about it, but I can't go through with it. I can't buy it. I've got Minnesota at home in this one. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I got Minnesota at home in this one. Give me Minnesota by 6 over the Colts in this one. Give me the Vikings by 6. Since it's now been 2 weeks since they played Detroit, I think Minnesota gets back on track to try and keep pace with Detroit and Green Bay in the NFC North. And now to our final game, the Monday night game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kansas City Chiefs playing in Kansas City. Yeah, I got the Bucs have just looked completely lost ever since they lost Evans and Chris Godwin. And I think the struggles continue for Tampa Bay. I got Kansas City winning this one at home. Give me the Chiefs by 1 over the Bucs, and I think the Chiefs will go to 8-0 after this week. So I say it's to the 1972 Dolphins. I think you're putting that champagne away for another week because I don't think Kansas City's losing this week. Like, I think the Chiefs are going to lose a game eventually at some point. I don't think it's going to be this week against Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. I think the Chiefs are going to be too much for the Bucs to handle. Give me Kansas City in that one. But yeah, those are my NFL Week 9 picks. we've now completed the first half. And all I say is I hope everybody has saved their best stuff for the second half. As of course, the trade deadline is also next week as well. But anyway, with all that said, that's all I'm going to say. Hope everyone's a great day, and I'll see you all whatever I make next. I'm out.